There's our
Firecracker
Firecracker Shrimp.
with wontons.
We're over here at Fishlips and with my mother
With wontons. Woo.
and my wife. And as you can see, the beautiful view of the port.
Beautiful breeze.
And there's the cruise ship over there. And we go over this way. We have a couple cruise ships over there. You can see there's one Carnival over there. We got the Disney over there.
Did you show the big ship over there?
I did, and I'll show it again. There it is. That's the big one.
That's right, Mama.
That's the Royal Caribbean cruise ship. And it's the biggest one here in the port. But anyhow, it's a beautiful day to be out here at the port. And that's all I wanted to do, show you our Firecracker Shrimp. And I'll show you our salads when they come. Okay, we're back. And I'm going to show you my Cobb Salad with the blackened chicken. Which of course my mom got the same thing. Cobb Salad with chicken. And my wife got it with fish.
No, I got walnut salad with grouper.
Oh, I'm sorry. She got walnut salad with the grouper, grilled. Looks delicious. And of course, we're still working on our shrimp.
That was a big appetizer. I can't believe that.
Bad brake pads on my truck. And I also have a tire going low, and they refused to change the tire. I still got pretty decent tread on it. And they refused to repair the tire because they wanted to, quote, give me a new tire. So, and then they pointed out the fact that my brake pads are worn, and they are pretty thin. So I'm gonna leave the tires alone, and because they got some miles on them still. And I'm taking the truck now to Big Frank's, and I'm gonna have input brake shoes on and see what they charge me. Midas wanted $309 to do a brake job on my truck. Of course I said no, and I'm gonna take it to Big Frank's and we're gonna see what they charge us. So I'm back. I just wanted to brief you guys. I stopped for gas, and of course gas prices $3.06 a gallon. Thank you very much, Joe Biden. You're just doing such a wonderful job of screwing us. That's another whole topic. But also, let me put the seatbelt on here real quick. But also yesterday I decided to take my Mustang in to have an oil change put on it, because I normally do my own oil changes, and it usually costs me somewhere around 30 bucks to buy oil and filter and do it myself. And yesterday I thought, yeah, you know, these quick lube places, they you know, don't charge you that much more, you know. And so I thought, you know, and I didn't really feel like doing it, so I went ahead and took the Mustang in to the quick lube and had them change the oil. Well, then they gave me my bill, and it reminded me why I changed my own oil. They charged me $125 to change my oil. Okay, now I don't know about you, but paying $95 over and above what I would normally pay for about 3 minutes worth of work to put the oil in there, I thought that was a little excessive. So needless to say, I'm gonna go back to changing my own oil again. I was sorry that I did it, and I learned a valuable lesson, and I won't do it again. So for those of you out there ever thinking about doing a Jiffy Lube or whatever, if you can do it yourself, if you're capable, do it yourself. If you're not, maybe you got a brother or an uncle or a father or somebody who can do it for you. It'll save you 90 bucks. So anyhow, okay, well, I dropped off the car at Big Frank's, and they're going to take a look at it and decide whether they need to be replaced on the back and the front, or just the back, or whatever. And they told me between 10 and 11 they'll be calling me to come pick it up, and it's about 8 o'clock now, so it's going to take them 2 to 3 hours. So I'm not sure what it's going to cost me yet, but I'm sure it's not going to be $309 like Midas. I thought that was a little high, but we're going to find out. And now I'm taking a walk, and I'm going to go find somewhere to get a bite to eat and kill a little time, since I've got a few hours. So I'll get back with you guys. Well, I thought I was going to walk up to TJ's for breakfast and get some breakfast this morning, but they're closed. As you can see, there's nothing going on there. Completely closed. So it's temporarily closed. So I don't know if it's due to COVID or what the reasoning might be, but they're closed. So now I'm going to continue walking. I've already been walking 20 minutes. And worst comes to worst, I'll be eating at Pancake House over there on Barton Boulevard. And but it'll probably take me another 20 minutes to walk that far. So that's what I'm doing. Just walking. At least I'm going to get my exercise today. Well, here I am. I ate at Merritt Island Pancake House. I had a large omelet with sausage and cheese, and grits and toast and coffee, and it was pretty good. It was tasty. Little expensive. I mean, it cost with tip and everything $19. So it's a little expensive for a breakfast, I think, but it is what it is. And now I'm going to start making my walk back. Yeah, it's about a 45-minute walk, so I'm going to knock that out, and we'll go from there. Okay, this is my review on this whole tire debacle that I did. As I said before, I went to the Midas over here on Merritt Island on Courtney, and they wanted, first of all, I went there because I had a tire losing air. There was a bolt in the tire, and Midas refused to patch the tire because they said my tread was too thin, and so therefore they would not patch the tire, that they would only replace the tire. Well, Mama didn't raise no fool. Okay, there was still tread on this tire, and they're just trying to sell me tires. Okay, so I said, no, I'm not doing that. And so then then he calls me over there and says, oh, by the way, your brakes are shot. And I checked them, and they were definitely bad. They were to the point of metal on metal. And so I had asked him to quote me a price on the brakes. So for the rear brakes, for pads and rotors, was $310 is what he quoted me before taxes and fees. And so, of course, because they wanted, first of all, they quoted me $53 on putting a patch on a tire, which is outrageous. Nobody charges that kind of money to put a patch on a tire. I mean, you can buy a tire for $53. Well, you know, sometimes. Anyway, they wanted $53 to patch a tire, and then they refused to patch it and wanted to sell me a tire. So I said, this is a con job. So anyway, I told them to go ahead and just put the tire back on the vehicle, and I didn't pay them a dime, and I left. Well, then this morning, I decided to take it to Frank's Tire, and I took it over to them, and I dropped it off, and I had him take a look at it. And I told him to go ahead and look at the front and rear brakes and let me know if the fronts needed done. I knew the backs needed done. So he looked at the brakes. He called me, and the front brakes had about 10% of the pads left, and the back ones were shot. So, and then he also noticed that the bolt was in the tire. And imagine that. He says, oh, well, we can patch that tire for you. And so I told him, yeah, okay, we'll go ahead and patch it. And at Frank's, they only charged me $20 to patch the tire. Okay. And they didn't give me any shit about trying to sell me a tire. So that tells you right there, Midas is just a con job. Okay. Then I ended up with the final bill, and they did all the brakes, front pads and rotors, and rear pads and rotors, and they patched the left rear tire, and it was $260 for the pads and rotors, and $260 for the front pads and rotors, and $20 for the patch. So they were $50 for the brakes cheaper than Midas, and $30 cheaper on the patch. And then, but at the end, from Frank's, after taxes and everything, they hit me up with some kind of a checkout fee of $17.33. Now that, I'm not sure what that is. I can only assume that they were charging me because I used a credit card. I'm not sure why they would be hitting, because that's besides the tax. $17, and so I'm not sure what that was. But anyway, my total bill from Frank's ended up being $595 and change. So $595 still came in quite a bit lower than Midas, and that was without Midas even patching the tire. So Frank's won, and Frank's definitely, they did a good job. They did it in a fairly timely manner, and I have no complaints, except for that checkout fee. I'm not sure what that was, but they were still cheaper, so I'm gonna cut them some slack on that one. Anyway, that's my information on getting brakes done, and between Midas and Frank's, and you guys can make up your own mind on where you would take your car, but I think Midas is a little bit of a rip-off. I think they take advantage of people, and they try to take advantage on people that don't know better. I looked at them tires, and there's still enough tread to go for at least a couple more months before I have to deal with them. So if you're not ready to change your tires and you need to save up a little money or whatever the case may be, Midas is not the place to go. They're going to just take advantage of you. And who knows what else they would have tried to hit me with after the fact if I would have had them do the work. So there it is. That's the review, and thank you for watching, and if you like this video, subscribe to my channel. See you later.